What do you know? Back working on the Case Patriot 3330 sprayer. I was out spraying a week ago or whatever it was, and these are two tandem pumps. So your left side, and then this is your right side. Both the front ones run the wheels. I'm not sure how, if they run like one pump runs both back ones or each side or what that is, but I know that the inner bigger pumps, they run your wheels, and then stacked on the left side, this one runs your solution chemical pump, and this one runs your power steering and all of your boom hydraulics. So this one here piled up, and it's a rotary piston pump. So I took it in, and they were gonna have a hard time getting all the parts to repair it. So I had to order a new one from Case. I think it was 3,350 or 3,450 Canadian for this pump that stacks on the back. Put it back in, everything was good, everything fired up. I just got to change the filter since I got it home, but there wasn't a whole bunch of debris, so I wasn't worried about debris getting through the system, so that was all good. But as soon as that happened, and I got my power steering back, my auto steer won't engage. So this is up behind the cab, and what a monkey of a spot. So up here, I just started, I took it off once this morning already. Sorry, stop filming and hit a button. This hose here hooks on up there. And so you take that off, and then there's that wiring harness there. You got to push that towards the cab, and then you can actually spin that sensor off of there. You just got to make sure that you disconnect that wire, and it's a 3-prong wire, and it comes down to here. So I just wanted to show you that. I think it's a 7/8 to take off that side one, and it's an inch and an eighth to hook on there, and it's really tight. If I had a wrench that was the 3/4 length or a cut wrench, it would be easier. But anyhow, I'm going to take that sensor off there, and then I'll video over here once I got it off. I had it off once, blew it out. The mechanic thought maybe there's a chance there had got some debris in it, and that's why it quit working from the pump failure. But again, I had to next to no debris get into my oil system. So I don't know what's related, but I talked to the company that makes the sensors down in the States, and he sent me a wiring diagram. So I'll show you all that in a minute. Okay, I have the part off here. Oh, well, that's handy. It's a precision sensor, and I went on their website, and they had a place where you could put in an automatic email. So I reached out and just told them my part number and serial number, and then I hit send, and I didn't expect to hear back. In literally a half hour, this guy Jim responded to me. He sent me the diagram, and it says, you can use a multimeter to check the contacts per schematic below. Pins A and C should be closed at 0 flow and open on flow. Pins B and C should close on flow and open with 0 flow. And then if the part is off, you can use your finger to displace the internal float assembly. This will simulate a flow condition. If the unit is not working, you'll need to contact your dealer, which I did. So anyhow, I had it off this morning, put it back on, and down in there, you can see that. And I'm going to try. And so I blew it out with an air chuck because I didn't know how this worked. And I thought, well, maybe there's a hunk of stuff in there, which there is. And I blew it all out, and then I took this off. And note to yourself, if you do take that off, this just locks it where the spin orientation is. So make sure that you look where your pigtail is and that you reorientate that before you lock that back down. Because when you put this back in the sprayer, and that is like 90 off, and then you got to redo that up underneath there. There's no room, and it's a super pain in the butt, and I had to do that. So don't do that. So just make sure you get it back in the same position. And then after Jim got back to me, which now I'm going to do one step further and test this, but I put my finger in there, and when I blew it all out, that thing was into about that. You can see me moving it. It was about that position. So I blew it all out and life was good, but I didn't know how it operated. And so then now I just run everything back into the shop, and Jim said that when you move that, you can give it a different reading. Well, when I put my finger in there, I pushed, and all of a sudden, poof, it went. So it was definitely stuck. So I'll do the multimeter thing and see what I can come up with, and then I'll try and post that too. Okay, this is going to be a little hard to show, but right now this is in the closed position. So it's all the way up. The plunger is all the way up. So according to what he wrote, you can check. So pins A and C should be closed at 0 flow. And closed to me means that I should get continuity. So pins A and C should be the black and the brown. So the black wire's on the outside and the brown wire's on the outside. And let's see if you can hear the multimeter beep. So we'll test it. So you hear that? And then I put it in pin on the 2 outside. Okay, now if I push in on the plunger. Okay, and then it says if I push on the pin, pins B and C should close on flow and open with 0 flow. Okay, so pins B and C, so that's the red and brown. So the middle and the outside pin. So I'll go to the middle of that 3 and okay, so no continuity, and then I'll push in on the plunger and then you hear it. So this was stuck and I freed it up. I'm gonna blow it out one more time before I put it on. And thank you so much to Jim, you rock. And companies are made of people like you. So thanks again, and just wanted to share this with some case guys, and hopefully this helps somebody. All right, take care. Thank you, Jim. Bye. Okay, so I just rolled her out of the shop. This was the code. So diagnostics, and then under faults, and then the code was AG155, cannot engage automatic, and it'd say turn steering wheel or whatever it did, and it wouldn't clear. So now it says that it's okay. So I'm almost 100% that it fixed the problem. And this is just saying I can't pick up satellites yet for whatever reason. Oh, active. This should clear. But anyhow, it was the AG155 that was causing me all the problems. Oh, there, ready to engage. So then I got my lines. And oh my goodness, away I go. Anyhow, that's so cool. You get the right people that care about their jobs. And that fella, he just helped me out. That was so cool. So passing it on. All right, take care.